Hello, my dear friends. This is once again Sridhar, and my intention at the back of this video is to highlight the very relevance of a tradition being lost due to paucity of natural resources. As we experience, human community or society experiences paucity of natural resources and access to it. How our old traditional civilizations, which are very compatible, we are very proud of them, and they're therefore our betterment for our development, and they must continue. But in order to continue, there has to be their survival. Instead of survival of those traditions, those possibilities, those ambience which are quite natural, they're just lost. That too suddenly, and we don't even observe, we don't even notice that. Just writing it, just want to sort of highlight the importance of what I'm saying. It says human beings are a part of natural ecosystem. When a forest is destroyed or a river is lost, then major civilizations are wiped off. History is replete with examples of major civilizations which flourished at the bank of Euphrates, Tiger, Nile, and Indus. India is more than 7% of population is tribal and survives upon natural ecosystems. Deforestation and land degradation has forced them to migrate to unknown lands where their community bonding, livelihood pattern, and cultural practices are lost to consumerist and alienated existence. In fact, historian you call, anthropologist you call Ramchandra Guha, and a sociologist too. The well known environmental anthropologist has explained the process due to which most of the ancient traditional tribes of both human beings and animals are being lost. Urbanization has made many traditional occupations redundant, such as the animal rearing tribes, cattle grazers, potters, which are directly and indirectly linked with a particular species of animals which requires a special space such as ponds, grazing grounds, or forest. In recent examples, globalization of Panipat and Sonipat floodplains in the form of increased construction activity has led to a severe drop in water table, and farmers are now migrating to Gujarat where the land is available at much lower price than their homeland. The process of migration disrupt cultural practices, community systems embedded into traditional wisdom, and also make these communities politically more vulnerable. This is one of the citing, one of the reading I just want to share with you, and how our traditional wisdom, our knowledge, our understanding, the way we conduct our life, our historicity is lost just because there's been now paucity of natural resources such as food, grass, forest. Instead of forestation, we are experiencing deforestation. And animals also suffer, our properties also suffer. In fact, the overall methodology, the overall tradition and culture is not just altered but lost actually. And when this is lost, the very survival, the very health, the very perfect possibility of an ambience in which a human being should be a part of and interact constantly, incessantly, that has just been lost. And many a times, most of the times, we don't even have an observation on such kind of pathological and heinous operations and activities which have been happening right in the middle of our communities, our societies, and our countries, our regions. We're just oblivious to it. It may be because of lack of awareness or knowledge or education or different things, but one has to be just an observer, not highly lettered or there's nothing if you call a person is lettered or unlettered, educated or uneducated, but it's just keeping your eyes opened and your brain opened at the same time and trying to look, are we experiencing the paucity of natural disasters? Are they falling short now? Do we have access to those natural resources? And how will it be possible for a human society to about these natural resources so that in the times to come also, in future also, we have access to those natural resources and those possibilities, those supplies, when we use them mindfully and purposefully? Of course, purpose is always there, but that mindful utilization and use of that particular natural resource has to be kept in mind, and one has to be scientific, one has to be dedicated and committed in how to use such natural resources. It's like not only sufficient for us, but it should also be sufficient for rest of the generations, which is likely to happen on this globe in the times to come, maybe today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. So we must be accountable, we must be responsible for our future generation, so that our tradition, our culture, our system, our heritage is not lost forever. The call is just, I hope I've made some point. Thanks a lot listening, watching. This is Surinder.